Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. So in the previous videos, I have discussed about like what is mutual funds, funds version, pledge, how we can pledge the mutual fund performance, and how we can do risk rating, and what is the ELSS means, that is a tax saving mutual fund, right? So now we understand like okay, what actually mutual fund, you got a fair idea, right? Now how we can do the investment in mutual fund, right? There are like two different types of mutual fund investment. One is SIP and another one is lump sum. So what is SIP, right? As the name indicates, a systematic investment plan. That means every month you will be investing some amount, this particular amount. For example, if you say, okay, my monthly saving is, for example, like 5,000, 10,000, right? So you can invest 5,000 in one mutual fund and 5,000 in another mutual fund. So you can set up a date like, okay, on what date I want to do a SIP. So you can do auto payment so that you won't miss it. So why I always say auto payment, because if you manually do it, right, you tend to miss it or you will be having some commitment. But if you do auto pay, automatically you know that okay, this month I need to pay something for a SIP. So you will not use that money. So that's why I always say systematic investment plan is very important, and compounding your money is very important. Okay, as again I'm telling you, if you do SIP for 1 year 2 year, you may not see much value because the amount you invested is less. But when you do for longer term, definitely it is very beneficial. I will show you in the calculator also. For example, if you're doing a particular amount in SIP, then how much you're going to get in so and so years. Okay, that is the about SIP. I will talk more about the benefits of SIP. Next, go to lump sum. Lump sum is, as name indicates, it is a one-time investment. Lump sum. You have a good amount of money, for example, 10 lakhs or 5 lakhs, whatever it is, right? Or whenever you get a amount and you see that okay, market is in good, so you go and invest in one mutual fund. That is like a one-time activity. You don't need to repeat. So once you invested, it's over. Whenever you want, you can take it out. Again, there is no lock-in period for any SIP and lump sum unless until it is a ELSS mutual fund. That all, whenever you want, you can stop the SIP. You can go on to the particular brokerage channel where you are opened the mutual fund SIP. You can go and stop it, and you can again start. It is not like okay, for example, somehow you got a commitment for this month, you cannot pay. You go and stop, pause the SIP. Next time, again, next month you can activate again, and you can start investing in the SIP. In lump sum, it is not like once you invested, it is done. Okay, whom it is, what is the definition I already mentioned? It is invest small fixed amounts. And as I told, for example, I'm talking about 5,000. For example, there is a middle class guy or who can't invest much, right? He can invest like 500 rupees, 1,000, like that also. It is not like it is only for the big investors or like who has a good amount of money. It is also for the people who is having a small income. And what is best for it is regular incomes earns with limited funds. As I told, it is the best for the like systematically your income will be invested in one place. And lump sum is for those who will invest in the big amount. And market timing, it for example in the SIP, right, it reduces risks because it's through rupee cost averaging, right? By investing across market cycles. That means when every month you don't know what it is, but even that date it will go whether the market is up or down, but you are going to invest on that time. So that way it won't be much risk. Okay, but in the lump sum, if you're investing at very high market, right, that time there will be little risk because after that market can go down. But again, if it is a long term, again there also I don't see any in that other, I don't see any risk. Only for the short term, if you're investing for the lump sum, then please think and check the market timing, how it is and all. Timing in the sense how the market is performing that time. It is very peak. Don't invest in the lump sum. Okay. And then flexibility, right? It is flexible. It can stop and pause anytime. I already mentioned the SIP, right? And lump sum also same. It is a fixed once invested. And SIP is lower risk due to periodic investment because every month you're investing. So anytime you want, you can pause it. And lump sum, it is one time you invested, so the risk will be little higher. And in the returns, SIP will gradually returns. As I told, the compounding you do, the more you get the returns for the long term. For lump sum, it is potential for high returns in rising markets. For example, you invested in very good time, and after that market went very well, then you can. get a very good returns within a short period of time. Okay, so let's talk about how we can actually we'll go and talk about like SIP calculator. Okay, so that you'll understand how actually we can do it in the SIP. So let's take an example. You can type SIP calculator in the Google and it will get a screen where you can say, okay, for example, monthly, I'm investing, for example, 20,000. Okay, for example, the expected return, I'm telling you very minimum return. I can see 12%, 14%, 50%, but I'm telling you minimum you're expecting a 12%. What is the time period? 10 years. So your invested amount will be 24 lakh and you estimated returns is 22. Means it's almost double I can see. So the total after 20 years you're going to get is 46 lakh 46,782. Right? The same way you can check. Okay, for example, what if I'm actually getting it for like 14%, right? You can just increase like 14% or something. Then you can see what is the amount. Or for example, if you want to change the tenure, right? For example, I want to invest for 5 years. And you can see the difference, right? That's what I'm always telling you. More the long term, you will get more money. If you're keeping it for short term, always you'll be getting love. See the difference, the huge difference, right? You're hardly getting for 5 years 5 lakh, but when you go for 10 years, you're getting almost three times more, right? So that is the reason. So always keep in a good amount of time so that you'll be getting it for the long term very good amount. So if you go to lump sum, right, click in the right side, then you can see, okay, you're investing, for example, some 20 lakh, right? Then actually an expect of this much, what is going to get after 10 years? Okay, so invested 2 lakhs, then you are getting like estimate is like 5 lakh 34,000. So it is almost double, right? So consider that if you're investing like 20 lakhs, right? So then you can see you are invest 20 lakhs, it's almost doubled, more than that. Then the total value you're getting is like 73 lakhs 49,000. So that's why you can actually get the lump sum. So I hope you clear with what is SIP and what is lump sum. So the next topic what I'm covering is very important and very less people is aware of it is SWP, the systematic withdrawal plan. Like how we have SIP calculator, same way we have SWP calculator. I will explain whom it is beneficial, how it is beneficial. Okay, in the upcoming videos. So if you have any questions, please mention in the comment section and please do subscribe and please share the videos to your friends, colleagues so that it can reach maximum viewers. Thank you. Have a great day.